those of the sponsor and do not necessarily reflect the views of Radio 1, WTLC AM 1310, 95.1 FM, and its management.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Unity in the Community. I'm your host, Pastor James Jackson, and it is a wonderful day here in the beautiful city of Indianapolis. Hope that you're enjoying all that's happening in the city, wherever it's happening or whatever's happening. Hope that you're enjoying it on this afternoon. And we're just going to have a wonderful time here. If you'd like to be part of our show on today, you can, 317-480-1310. 310 317 480 1310. Again, that's 317 480 1310 is the number to lock in to be a part of the show on today. And a lot going on down here on the circle. They've got some food trucks pulling up, so there's some events going on down here. Seems like things are warming up just a little bit. Cold start to the morning, but seems like things are warming up just a little bit. So hopefully you'll get out and enjoy all that the afternoon has to offer. Hopefully our temperature is going to be balancing out, going in the right direction for spring. And I just love the outside. I love this time of year because the days are longer, all the way to around about June 20th. And that's the first, I think June 20th, June 21st is the first day of summer. And then the days start getting shorter. So April, May, almost all of June, we get to enjoy longer days. So I always just love that. You know, you wake up in the morning, the sun is out, and all the way up until about 9:45 or so, the sun is still out and just so wonderful. So enjoy every single day, live in the moment, take care of yourself, and take care of each other. We're excited to have you with us on this afternoon again. To be a part of the show on today, 317-480-1310. If you have questions for our guest, you'll be able to ask those questions. We are broadcasting AM 1310 and 95.1. And if you want to see who's saying what they're saying, you can, because we're also streaming on my Facebook page, James William Jackson on Facebook. I said Facebook page, didn't I? So I was a little redundant there. And then on YouTube, my YouTube channel, James Jackson, and the Praise Indie Facebook page. We're also streaming live there too. I have some wonderful, wonderful guests. Trina, the coach, is here to talk about some things she's doing in our town where wellness is concerned. Also have David here from Body Buzz. He's here and all the wonderful things he and his folks are doing. They've got some wonderful things that's going to be coming up. So we're going to be talking about that too. But first, let's pray. Father, we thank you for this opportunity that we have to share on this afternoon. I thank you for all of those whose hearts that you have touched to be part of our show on today. We thank you and praise you for Indianapolis. We thank you for all the things that you have done for, in, and with our city. We ask you to continue to bless Indianapolis and help Indianapolis to be the best it can be. We pray that Indianapolis will be a safe city, a city commodious to live in, and to be blessed and to be a blessing to all that live in it. Father God, we just thank you for your grace, your mercy, your power, and your strength. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Also, let me mention that on tomorrow at the Fervent Prayer Church, some wonderful things going to be going on. And our 30th year church anniversary will be taking place at 10 o'clock a.m. I don't usually mention anything that's happening at the Fervent Prayer Church because that's not why I'm here. But I do want to take the privilege of announcing that because I think that's significant. 3 decades of ministry and community service. We started the church April of 1995, first Sunday, April 1995, over at what used to be School 75, which was owned by Friendship Missionary Baptist Church at the time. And I met Deacon Gilbert over there, and we launched our ministry, and God has just blessed us over the years, and we are excited. So 30th year church anniversary going to be taking place on tomorrow at 10 a.m. The celebration begins. So come on by and say congratulations and good job if you think we've done a good job, or just say we're praying for you. And just drop in. Just drop by tomorrow at 10. We'll be there from about 10 to 1, just celebrating and having a good time. I would love to see you, to shake your hand, hug you. If you've been a member of Fervent Prayer Church, if you've been through there, I've seen a lot of people over 3 decades. People have come, people have gone, people have come back and then gone again. We've got a great group of people there now, and I'm just grateful. So stop by and say hello on tomorrow, and congratulations on 30 years of ministry here in the city of Indianapolis. So I am the founding pastor, and I've been lead pastor all of that time, and we'll see how much longer I'm going to do that. 30 years is a long time. And, in the Bible, at 50, you could not go beyond 50 years.
Mhm.
You had to retire at 50 years old. I'm 58 this year. But in the Bible, at 50, you had to go. And then your next job was to be a mentor to younger priests who were coming in and doing the job. Now there was a reason for that, because it was a very difficult job to do. It's difficult now, but more physical, because you had to slaughter rams and lift these heavy animals all over the place, and it was dangerous. And that was one of the main reasons why at 50 those guys in the Old Testament had to retire, because it was just physically demanding, and they just didn't allow them to go past 50 years old. And it's still demanding in a lot of different ways. And but that's another show. Anyway, we're grateful for 30 years. All right, so we've got some wonderful things going on here in Indianapolis, and one of the things that I am very, very passionate about is health. Those of you who know me, I am very much into health and making sure that people are staying healthy and that you are taking care of yourself. And I have said it, and I will continue to say it. You are your best health care provider. When it comes to taking care of yourself, nobody can take better care of you than you. In fact, it is important for you to understand that things are changing in America. I have my annual physical. I go get my annual physical every year to make sure I'm doing good. And this is the first time that I have been referred to what they call a nurse practitioner. So my regular doctor, I wasn't able to get in to see him because he is so busy. And there's a lot of doctors who are getting out of the profession, and so this limits. And so now we're seeing this emergence of what they call, and it's not a new position, but more and more we're hearing about the nurse practitioner. So this was the first time that I was in front of a nurse practitioner who was taking care of me. And I just think that each person needs to make sure that you are doing the very best that you can to take care of yourself. David is here. He's been here before, Body Buzz, and he's doing some great things. Good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon.
Good to see you. And we're going to put you a little bit closer to the mic so everybody can hear your great voice here. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for
Good.
having me, and congrats on 30 years as well with your congregation.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And, keep us in your prayers. You've got some things going on. I had your flyer up here, and you had a lot of people on there,
Mhm.
and I had it on my iPad here, and now I don't see it, but you've got all the information on May 10th. You've got a big, big event coming up. Before you talk about that, talk about what you do and what you have to offer our city.
Yes, so I am a farmer here in Indianapolis, and we are working to address food insecurities and promoting nutrition education. So, with our upcoming event on May 10th, it is focused on a day of wellness. We are having some great guests out to focus on meditation and yoga, gardening classes, holistic workshops to improve day-to-day practices of wellness. We have a huge lineup of great guests coming out to speak. Katina Washington will be there speaking on cooperative economics. We'll have a black farmer from Muncie. She'll be here.
I grew up in Muncie.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, it's called Prairie Hill Farms. Her name's Sabrina Friend. She'll be out too talking about the importance of just agriculture and women, specifically black women in agriculture. So we have a lot planned for the community to come out and see our new urban farm space over in the Martindale Brightwood neighborhood.
And farming is so critically important. A lot of this stuff we knew how to do
Mm-hmm.
as a people.
Mm-hmm.
That is how we made it. And we've lost a lot of that down through the years.
I agree.
And so how are you guys now, or how are you all, um, and what are you working towards to try to reintegrate these strategies and skills so that whatever happens, we can grow our own food and we
Mhm.
can be self-sustainable.
Yes, that is a big goal of ours is to educate our community on being more self-sustainable. You know, we all eat every day. We need food to survive.
Mhm.
And that skill of growing our own food has been lost. So we are working to drastically expose our community to the wonders of growing food. Not only will it be more nutritious food to people, but it'll also be therapeutic, being reconnected with nature as well.
Reconnected with nature, and not only is the food that goes into our bodies, the things we plant, the things we harvest, good for us, but as I understand it, just getting our hands into the soil.
Yep.
There's bacteria in the soil, good
Mhm.
bacteria,
Yep. Yep.
and it's just good for us.
It is.
You know, they
It
tell
really
us to stay out of the dirt and stay out, but
Mhm.
it's actually good for us to get out in the grass and the dirt and all that sort of thing, and be next to trees and out in nature.
Yes, it is.
Why is that so beneficial?
Yes, the term is grounding. That's what people call it, being barefoot in the ground or having your hands. And it's really beneficial because our skin is our largest organ.
Mhm.
And so when we have it in the sand or the soil, it's absorbing all of those nutrients that's found in the ground. And it's been so many studies to show the benefits that it's done with aches and pains to mood, you name it.
Yeah. And you all have a wonderful menu of services, the Body Buzz.
Yes.
I have been able to enjoy some of the products,
Hmm.
the juices, when you guys are out, when you all are out and you're selling your products, and it's delicious.
Thank you.
Um, and it's of course good for us. But for this event coming up May 10th, where is it going to be and what time does it start?
Yes, the event will be at 2625 North Gale Street. It's right off of 25th and Sherman, and it will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can find tickets on Eventbrite. Just type in Women's Day of Wellness, and tickets range from $15 to $55.
Women's Day of Wellness.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of folks on the flyer, so I want
Yes.
you to talk about all. And I don't know why, but I had the flyers right in front of me, and I can't find them now. But I had all that in front of me. But there's a lot of people on that flyer, and I would
Hmm.
like for you to talk about each one of them. You talk about Katina Washington is going to be there.
Hmm.
She's really great and taught and the things that she's doing with the She event and the collaborative economics. Did I
Hmm.
say it right?
Cooperative
cooperative
economics. Yep.
cooperative economics, which I've been a part of that, and that's so important for our community. And then you've got several other people that's on that flyer. Talk about each one of them.
Yes, we have Precious Jones, owner of Power P Bounce
I
and
know
Talk.
her. Yeah,
She will be out hosting a fitness class for the ladies and the men who attend, just to expose them a little bit more to wellness and also promote the great work she's doing in the community as well. We will have Sherry Miles out there. She will be focusing on entrepreneurship in the community. Who else? We have Cara Smith. She is the executive director now at BU Wellness Network, Indy's um, black nonprofit, and she will be hosting meditation and yoga. We have a few other people lined up. Jalen Simmons from Indie Music and Wellness. She'll be hosting a musical wellness workshop where we all kind of connect with one another through
music wellness.
African drum. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And just a few more other people, a few more surprises of just great resources to come out. We'll have Oak Street Health out there providing free A1C screenings and blood pressure readings, and just a boatload of good stuff, boatload of wellness resources that the community may not necessarily know of, and we're trying to just expose them more to what the city has to offer.
I'm glad that you all are doing this. Wellness is so important. And folks taking care of themselves. I shared last week that there's a metric out there that says about 37% of children
Hmm.
are pre-diabetic
Yep,
in America.
yep, that's true.
That's a big number.
And in the Black community, that number is even higher. And that's a big reason why we've decided to grow food and try to create a new infrastructure of wellness in our community, because there's a huge lack in
Mhm.
nutritious food, which is causing those issues of diabetes increases, chronic disease increases in our community.
But David, how do we fight against sugar? Sugar is powerful.
It is, and it's in everything.
We just came out of Easter,
Hmm.
and $3 billion+ spent annually
Wow.
on Easter candy.
Mm.
And of course, most of it gets eaten,
Mhm.
and adults, but children consuming it's essentially sugar. All the candy is sugar.
Mhm.
And as you said, sugar is in just about everything. It makes things taste so good.
Mhm.
So how do we battle against that? And then, of course, there are all these different kinds of replacement sugars that are not necessarily like aspartame and some of these other
Mhm.
ones, Splenda, that are not necessarily good for us.
Mhm.
So, what are some natural sugars that people can work with?
To still enjoy some
Yeah,
sweetness.
yeah.
Yeah. Fruit is full of sugar, and it's natural sugar, completely different structure from the processed sugars.
So our bodies metabolize it
Yes, our
naturally.
bodies, yep, our bodies react and processes it completely different.
Mhm.
But as you said, we are our biggest advocate when it comes to health. So fighting those temptations of consuming a lot of sugar and reaching for a more healthier option is the route to go. And I think we just have to fight a lot of these temptations that are placed in front of us when it comes to diet.
I had that the other night. I was attending Bishop T. Garrett Benjamin's Living Legends Award he got
Okay.
from CTS, and just an incredible man of God, and just tremendous work that he's done in the city of Indianapolis, and all over the world, really. But they had a reception there, and so I was in the line to shake his hand, and Lady Beverly, and got through that. And then I went over to where they had the food, and I was going to be good.
Hmm.
And I got my little plate there, and they had some shrimp.
Okay.
It was just raw
Okay.
shrimp, and then so that's cool.
Okay.
And I got four of those, and then they had all the broccoli and
Did you
some
put some of that
fruit.
on your plate?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I
good.
I used to hate broccoli when I was a kid, but anyway, all these fruit and things like that, and I was doing so good.
Hmm.
And then I was just about to go, and then in the distance, I saw this tower of cupcakes,
Uh-oh.
and they had a chocolate one. I love chocolate, but
Mhm.
they had a chocolate one, and it was just
It was calling your name.
oh, it did. And I just put it on a little plate and walked out with it, and it was really good.
Well, hey, grabbing one is better than grabbing three or five.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So I was moderation is the key
yes, it is.
if you do it at all. But so it was a great program, and it was a great cupcake too. But to your point, fruits are natural sugars,
Hmm.
and we can, bananas,
Hmm.
oranges, different things like that. But how can we get it into food where children would like it?
Yeah, I would recommend smoothies. I've been doing a lot of work with schools and organizations working with exposing youth to nutrition. And I've found that incorporating fruits together to make them look more appealing, adding them in with smoothies, fruit salads, just kind of blending things together that taste well, that will kind of trigger excitement within a child.
All right. Your signature product?
Our signature product right now would have to be our fresh juices.
Yeah.
Still up and running. Yep.
How can people get to those?
Yes. So bodybuzz.com. That is BODIBUZZ.com. And we offer local pickup.
All right, give that one more time.
BODIBUZZ.com.
And one more time, the lineup of people who are going to be out May 10th.
Yes.
And the address and time and all that.
Yes, May 10th, we are having a Women's Day of Wellness at 2625 North Gale. It is our new urban farm. We will have Katina Washington present. We will have Cara Smith from BU Wellness Network. We will have Precious Jones from Power P, Sabrina Friend from Prairie Hill Farms, Sherry Miles. She's from the Delta Alumni Chapter. We will have Jalen Simmons from Indie Music and Wellness. It's probably about 3 more people. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Great lineup.
Yeah, we have a great lineup. We're excited to expose the community to what they all have to offer.
I'm glad you all are doing that.
Thank you.
And it's so important. And even from a biblical perspective, the formatting of this show, when Deion Livingston formatted this show so many years ago, was to how we deal with community problems from a biblical perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And there are scriptures that talk to us about taking care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to do a really good job with that as a people. We didn't have much choice. We didn't have access to what we have access to now. And we got to get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get back to it. During COVID, we started hearing, and you probably remember, David, core morbidities.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't heard of those two words together, core morbidities, before. And we were just disproportionately impacted because of some pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
So the COVID virus started out not very, very, I mean, it was deadly, but when it was attacking people who had stronger immune systems, it wasn't as lethal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so we were suffering because we had these core morbidities.
We were.
And I was thinking, we really need to get out in front before the next one.
Yes, I agree. There was a study Harvard pushed out that showed people who ate more plant-based diets had less impacts of COVID-19
Wow.
complications. So the evidence is there. What we eat does play a big role in our outcomes of catching the next virus that might come out.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could come back and bring that with you, and we could kind of talk through that because people need to know about this stuff.
Yeah, they do. And there's a huge lack of nutrition education in our community. You know, none of us are really ever taught it in schooling.
Yeah.
So it's now time to push it and us starting to take it a little bit more serious.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be at the head of the class with a bag of sour sour candy
Not
and
at all.
Horty, because this stuff goes into our bodies
Mhm.
and it feeds our systems, our
Mhm.
brains, our
Yep.
our understanding, our ability to comprehend, and
Yep.
our cognitive abilities. All of that is affected and impacted by what we eat and what we drink.
100%.
Yeah, so
It is.
I commend you all for what you're doing, the urban farm, all the folks who are coming together
Thank you.
to do all that you're doing. And my prayer is that it will scale up and increase and exceed you all's expectations.
Yes, I'm hoping for the same. It's going to be a great event. I hope everybody listening out there will come out and show some support.
Yeah, I'm going to stop in there.
Okay. I'd love to see you. Bring your wife, bring your kids. Everyone's welcome.
All right. We got to take a quick break. And when we come back, we got Trina, the coach, is here. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, I send you an email and you can discuss how you can incorporate some Okay. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
It's the weekend, family, and I hope all is going well with you. Listen, I want you to just ponder over life. Remember, don't waste your days believing in something that God didn't say. Okay? It's your girl, Darlene, the Nightly Spirit, Monday through Friday next week. I'll see you then.
Darling, 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 Nightly Spirit.
on Praise AM 1310, 95.1 FM, Indy's Inspiration Station.
yourself in there.
Listen to Harambe each Saturday morning at 9 a.m., where Dr. Thomas Brown is your host on Praise AM 1310.
There's a little knob right under the desk part. That's how you control your volume.
Save big money on
So
appliances.
whenever you put the headphones on, you wanna adjust the
Reliable and energy-efficient appliances to conquer the day. Menards is your one-stop shop with the largest in-stock appliance selection, ready to take home today. Check out our top appliance brands, including KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and Criterion. Save
Not
money on
like this.
Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com.
Okay,
For all
yeah,
the great
that way
deals
you can adjust the
happening
volume.
now.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be
Put these
afraid,
on.
be scared,
Yeah.
and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-550-9651. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-550-9651. That's 800-550-9651. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The year was 1975. A red Chevrolet Chevelle made its way to Indianapolis, and the driver of that car changed the city forever. On the Wednesday edition of Afternoons with Amos, City County Council President Amos Brown changed Indianapolis through his advocacy and activism. The Amos C. Brown III Scholarship aims to continue Amos's work with your help. Your donation will make a difference in shaping the next generation of community advocates and activists. Learn more and donate by visiting amoscbrown.com.
Here at Urban One, we pride ourselves on supporting local and national Black-owned businesses throughout all of our radio markets. Since we began our Buy Black campaign, we like to spotlight some familiar and unfamiliar businesses in our communities. From arts and crafts, restaurants, clothing and apparel, heating, technology, electrical. One thing is true, Black folks have a business for everything you need, want, or could imagine. So let's show some love to all local and national Black-owned businesses, because when you spend money with the Black-owned business, you are helping your community as well as helping yourself. The businesses for this week are:
Do you need a special place to tie the knot? Diamond Wedding Chapel is a fully decorated, stress-free venue with affordable pricing. More info at diamondweddingchapel-indy.com. Indy
Thank you.
Beauty and Lashes provides luxury beauty services alongside coaching and speaking engagements. Treat yourself now. Call 463-209-2280 to book your experience.
Give or take.
At Crystal Brooks Investments, the more you know, the more your finances can go. Schedule your free consultation today at crystalbinvestsllc.com.
All right, we're back. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310. If you'd like to be a part of our show, if you have questions for our guest today, you can give us a call, and we would be happy to entertain your questions. Good to have you with us on this afternoon. We've got Trina, the coach, with us on this afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, Pastor. How are you?
Good to have you here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for coming. And we see you and your husband on the buses.
Yes.
So I really like those ads, and I see them going around, and I've seen you on some other things too. And Cherishing Lives, personal care services, which we were talking off air, and that's still in the wellness space because we're dealing with wellness of people. So we know you're Trina the coach, but tell us who you are and talk about your business and what you all offer.
Okay. My name is Coach Trina. They call me Coach Trina. I am the #1 home care consultant agency. What we do is we help people open up their own home care agency. We have helped 200 people in the last 2 years to open up their own business. I also have a home care agency myself, which is called Cherish Your Lives Personal Care Services. Business as Usual is my consultant agency. And we also we do Beads Home. And what that is, we help people it's a 24-hour home that people live into the homes, and we'll go in and provide services with them. Also with the home care, we're going to our elderly people home and provide services with them. So we've been in business for almost 3 years now.
Well, good for you all.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
317-384-6540. Is that the number?
Yes.
Yeah, 317. I'm asking you. 317-384-6540. If you'd like to connect with Trina, the Coach Trina, for Cherishing Lives Personal Care Services, 317-384-6540. And you talk about Coach Trina, people opening up their own care service. So what does something like that look like?
So basically, what they do, we just walk them through the whole process of opening up their home care agency. So the first step is called a PSA. It's PSA agency, and we walk you through that part. They can also do with the PSA agency. This is a certificate, so you can do private pay if you want to do private pay clients only, or you can do the Medicaid waiver part, and then that part is basically you can bill Medicaid for the state. So we walk them through the whole process to be able to open up their home care agency.
And these kinds of services, they provide what for people?
So provide services. We go into the homes, basically. We do lighthouse keeping, reminder of meds. We take them to the hospital, to their doctor's appointment. We need to take them to their doctor's appointment, wash their clothes. We might have to shower them. It's just everything is non-medical. We don't do anything medical.
All right. So those of you who might want to open up something like this or get into it, Coach Trina is the expert.
Yes, I am the number one.
The number one. And what makes you the number one?
For me, I feel like I do things that people don't do. I go beyond, I do training classes. I make sure that people are very educated in the field. I don't want anybody to, open up a home care, open up a business and not educated and don't know the steps. So we do workshops. I do training one-on-one with them. So we just make sure that we are trying to make sure that our people in our community are very educated in when they are opening up their business. And just the exciting thing for me is to see that we're changing generational wealth in our community. We're breaking generational curses. We're able to be a blessing and see people be able to, send their people off to college, just be in a space that they never be in or thought they could never be in that. And to me, it's ministry because for me, I feel like here I am in a room, I'm speaking to their souls. Like, I can do this because we are the only person that stop us from doing anything in life is ourselves. We are our worst enemy is ourselves. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm in a place that I can also minister to them that you can, be able to run a business, but also making a difference in our community.
And what precipitated you getting into this space and doing this?
I've been in the field probably over 25 years. So I was in a meeting. They should have never put me in a meeting. And I was in a meeting. I was able to see everything that I was doing for another company. And I was like, oh, I can do this for myself. So just being in that meeting woke me up to be like, you don't have to continue to allow somebody to pay you this amount when you're making this amount for them. So it just made me to step out and just do something better for me and my family.
So this is something that you started doing, and then of course opening it up for other people.
Yes, me and my couple of friends, we was in my backyard, and I was like, "Hey, I don't want to be the only one at the table eating. I want to make sure y'all eating too." So I just want to make sure that it wasn't me always like, "Hey, here you go, here you go," but I wanted to make sure that my people can eat also.
And you said you have about helped to open a 200.
Yes.
Is this Indianapolis or across the state or?
So it's Indianapolis. We also have people open up in Chicago. We just opened up a home care in San Antonio. We right now about to open up in Pennsylvania. So our goal is to go to different cities and be able to help people in different cities. I also wrote a book. My book also shows 10 states where we can help you process opening up in 10 different states.
Okay. And this is so exciting because it's so needed.
Yes.
And we talk about personal care services. What kind of people would you recommend something like this for? Certainly, when we start talking about businesses, and it used to be when I was growing up in church, they would always say, um, everybody can be a business owner, which I don't agree with. I think there are people who can be business owners, and I think there are people who are best at helping other people. Um, but what would you say as a coach? What kind of people does this really work for?
I would say for those that have been taking care of people, that love people, that, for me, if I'm going to go take care, if I'm going to open up a business like this, I have to be able to love taking care of people, especially our elderly people, because them are like your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your aunties that may not be able to take care of themselves right now. So if you have a love for people, them are the type of people that I feel like should open up a home care agency. Don't just get in it because of it's great money, but you want to get into it because there's a need out here for our people.
Now, are the changes that are being made in the federal government with Medicare and Medicaid and all that impacting what you all do?
It's going to be an impact. We just, I tell everybody we have to move with the changes that are being made. And then also whatever you have right now, I say take what you got and make sure that you continue to work in home care, but also on the other side, put your money in somewhere else.
Yeah. And I was listening to a podcast a few weeks ago where, with all the changes that are taking place, they were saying, the smart people don't complain. They figure out, well, what are the new rules? What's out there? What are they doing? And um, make yourself and educate yourself on the new rules. And what you just said, you kind of work with what's going on.
Yes, and you have to
Work
because
around.
you have to work around sometimes change is good, sometimes it's not, but whatever changes in front of us, I'm like, we have to, you know, go with the flow. We do have a voice. I do feel like that if there's something that we disagree with, then we should use our voice and, let everybody know like this is not good for us. But sometimes again, you have to go with the changes that are in front of us.
And for those who might want to start their own personal care service business, how do they get in touch with you?
317-384-6540 is the business as usual telephone number. Also, you can reach us at www.businessasusualpw.com.
And give that one more time.
www.businessasusualpw.com.
Businessasusual.com and 317-384-6540. 317-384-6540. How long does it take from concept to completion?
And we're looking right now, maybe 4 to 5 months.
So someone who may call and say, hey, I want to do this, it would take them about 4 to 5 months to
open up a business. Yes.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It was longer. They did some changes in May of last year that made the second process a little quicker.
So when someone completes all of the training and they get all their certifications and everything's ready to go, is this something where people come into their home, or they go into other people's homes, or how does that work?
So they go into other people's homes when it comes to the home care side of it. So basically, we'll get a phone call. We'll say somebody will call and say, "Hey, my grandma needs services." We'll go out. We'll do it's called a meet and greet. We'll sit down with them and see what type of care plan that they have in place for the family member, and then we'll go through that process with them. And it's just basically going into other people's homes.
And I'm thinking there's a great need for this.
Always going to be a great need.
Yeah, especially since, as my understanding, by 2030, which is right around the corner, seniors will be the largest demographic in the United States of America.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to always be a need.
Yeah, I will be in that number. Hopefully, I don't need any services by then, but if I did, then certainly I'm connected to the right people. But what kind of folks on the senior list would need services from your folks?
It can be when it comes to our to that demographic, it just can be anybody that feel like that maybe they can't wash clothes no more, they can't clean their refrigerator out or stove. Just in the companionship, they might just need somebody to come in and couple days, couple hours a week and sit down, have a conversation. play some games with them, or just, wash their clothes, fix them a meal. Because some of our people nowadays not able to, they out of breath. They probably can't stand up long enough to, cook a meal or even go to the bathroom for themselves. Or some people are just like, laid in their bed 24 hours a day and just need that help. So it's really open to those that have the need. And then, yeah, basically.
And I think what you all are doing is so critically important. It is so needed. It is so necessary. And for those of you who have the emotional content for this kind of work, I want to encourage you to connect with Coach Trina. My mother, at the beginning of this year, she was at work and she's into child care. And she tripped and she fell. And she's, at the time, she was 79 and cracked her kneecap in half, just totally cracked it in half. And the orthopedic surgeons were able to put that back together again. And she's not back to work yet, and she's healing really, really fast. And she's one of those kind of seniors before the injury. She was all over the place. I mean, she just likes to move, and she lives by herself and still clean. I'll call her and she said, "I'm cleaning up the house." Well, you're the only one, only one there, but she's always been that way. And now she doesn't have as much mobility. Um, and there were things that she needed, of course, with my brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and everybody. There were people who would go by and do things. But from that, I wanted to know, well, how many seniors fall and don't get up? And I found that somewhere around 30,000 seniors fall and don't get up. They actually die from a fall. And I'm grateful that my mother didn't. But then there are thousands and thousands and thousands of others who, when they fall, they have some debilitating injury that decreases their mobility, and or they're just at home and they can't get out. And so, for those who have the emotional content for this kind of work, to your point, there was a lot of times my mother just wanted somebody to come by and chat,
Yes.
just to talk. And I think people would be surprised just how valuable that is for
It
people.
is. Yeah, because we go to a lot of nursing homes. I send my staff out and we do a lot of like bingo or ice cream social and things like that. And then think about the people that don't have family members and they in the nursing homes or in assisted living that just love the companionship of somebody is coming to see them. And when I say they be ready, they are ready. They know we coming.
Really?
If we coming on this Tuesday, they're waiting for us. So it's just the part that we're still able to, volunteer and give back and to our community that, needs that. They might not have any loved ones.
Now, do you find there are more women involved in this work than men?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of women, but there are men that are involved. But I would say probably 90% probably women.
So you don't have to have like the LPN and all that sort of thing to get into it.
Nope, it's not medical. As long as you have a good background check.
So you got to have a good background check.
Got
Kind
to.
of talk about that a little bit.
So I would say you can't have neglect and abuse or anything like that. They won't allow you to be able to open up a home care. Now, if it's something in your past, if you did drugs or something, sold drugs and stuff like that, then they won't hold that against you. It's just a part of neglect, abuse, um, things like that. They look at
So if you got a felony,
felony neglect and abuse.
you
Won't
would
be able to
qualify.
open.
Okay. And for those of you who might have that, you might want to check with Prosecutor Mears. If your life is where it needs to be, you can get expunged
Yes.
and then connect with Coach Trina and be able to get into something like this. Again, if this is for you and you have the emotional content for it, personal care services, cherishing lives. I like the logo here.
Well, thank
Was
you.
this your idea? I'm sure it
Yes,
was.
it was.
Talk about your logo.
So my logo for me, the name for me in the logo is cherishing lives of others. And when you create your name, you want to make sure it is meaningful or something to you. So we picked that logo in the name because we wanted to make sure that people understand that, we want to cherish the lives of others in our community. So that's why we picked that logo.
They got purple, green, and gold. Was
Yes.
that intentional?
It was just something we put together.
And I like the arms that go around the two people there. It's really, really nice. So you all may have seen or may see Coach Trina and her husband on the side and the back of buses. I think I've seen you all on the bench ads too
Yes, in the billboards.
and billboards.
Yes.
A lot of advertising.
Yes, I love to advertise. I tell people that advertising is important. People need to know who you are. Even if it's on social media, I'm going to post 2, 3 times a day because I want people to know that we're active and we're doing stuff in our community. So I just love advertising.
Where'd you get your business acumen from?
I don't know. I just woke up and had it.
Just had it?
I just, something from God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just something that right now, if I can share with you, we're doing it's called Indie Bosses, our first reality show in Indianapolis.
Mhm.
We start filming the 9th and the 10th in Fort Lauderdale, but we'll come back here in July and film. We just announced another casting call on tomorrow. We announced another casting call for May 17th, but we're just excited because I just feel like people need to know that, you know, in Indianapolis, we are here making a difference, and I need the world to know that Indie Bosses is.
So let's take a pin right there. I want to talk more about that.
Mhm.
We've talked a lot about your personal care services, and this is something else.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick break,
Okay.
and we're going to come back and talk about that too. We'll be back after these messages. You're going to be taping.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships? Look no further than Dear Future Wifey. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this podcast is a perfect place to engage in thoughtful discussions about relationships. Join us on a journey of exploration and recovery as we explore the world of love and discover the secrets to successful relationships. Tune in every week for new episodes on the Urban One Podcast Network. Go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey friends, are you looking for a movie experience that lifts your spirit and soothes your soul? Then come to Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, Indianapolis. Sink into our heated power reclining seats and let the worries of the day melt away. Enjoy delicious food and drinks right to your seat while you experience the magic of cinema. We're perfect for private parties and corporate events. For private events inquiries, reach us at events@sdcinema.com. Visit alamoindy.com for showtimes. Alamo Drafthouse, the best film, food, and drink all in one seat.
You talking about the casting?
Casting members.
So they'll be a part of the reality show
Okay.
that we're doing. So what we do is, going into their lives, and then also there's different projects and stuff that we'll work on together.
Cool.
5 seconds.
All right, Coach Trina is in the building, y'all, and she's doing great things in the balance of our time. She's got something else coming up that we'll talk about for a few moments here. Casting call is out
Mhm.
for 2 more slots.
Yes, 2 more members.
2 more members to do what?
For Indie Bosses, we will be filming the 9th or 10th of May. Will be our first filming will be in Fort Lauderdale. Then we'll come back here in July the 23rd. We'll finish up our filming for our first episode.
And this is all about what? I mean, it's a reality show.
It's a reality
So what are
show.
what are y'all gonna be doing?
So Indie Bosses reality show is basically allowing the world to know what we are doing here in Indianapolis. Basically, we want to put Indianapolis on the map. We want them to know that, hey, we are bosses down here in Indianapolis and we are down here making a difference. So we just want the world to know, what we're doing.
And when this is all taped and everything is polished and ready to go, where will it be airing?
Well, right now, once everything is completed, we'll put a pilot together and we'll see what network will pick it up.
Okay. And I believe that's going to happen.
Yes, it is. I receive it.
Yeah. So the reality show will be going into people's lives and following them around what indie bosses
Indie bosses.
and what they're doing.
Yes.
Now, will one of those folks be you or?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to see Coach Trina on the scene. I'll be popping in and out of the scene. We are executive directors. The person that is writing our show for us, she wrote for Love and Hip Hop, Black Ink, and she will be writing for Indie Bosses.
Well, outstanding.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that, for those who may not know what that means in subculture language, when we start talking about a boss, what does that mean?
So a boss is somebody that, owns a business. Also, you can be a boss of a corporation, like a CEO of a corporation, but a boss is somebody that is basically running the show
Yeah, got a business out
and
there
making, yeah,
and out there doing things and making things happen and making money.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so congratulations on that.
Well, thank you so much.
Where are you going to find the time to do all this?
I'm doing it. I got a great team behind me, so I can't do it by myself. I do have a great team that support me and to make sure that, things are in order, but it is a lot.
It is a lot. You have capacity for it. Obviously, God wouldn't have given it to you if you didn't.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to share with some folks in our listening audience here. And for those of you who are listening, 317-480-1310, if you have a question for Coach Trina in the balance of our time, we have about 9 minutes or so left. And she's here. So you can ask her a few questions about business. You can ask her a question about getting into the home healthcare services to start your own businesses, your own business. Just think about it. In 5 months or so, you could have another stream of income in helping people and going out and being able to take your financial situation to the next level. And the casting call is out, you mentioned. So for people who might want to be on your show, how can they connect and be one of the bosses that you all are going to be filming?
Yeah, so you can reach Indie Bosses, go to indiebosses.com. Once you get on indiebosses.com, there is a form that you can fill out. It'll come straight to me and my team. And May 17th is the casting call. We're doing a casting call from 12 to 4. So if you're interested, you can go to our website and fill out a form to be a part of our casting call. I'm sorry.
That's all right. And give that information again as to how people can connect.
So you can connect, go to indiebosses.com. Once you get on indiebosses.com, there will be a form that pop right up. You'll fill that information out. It'll come straight to my team, and we will see you on May 17th from 12 to 4.
And the taping's going to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so everybody will be traveling there.
Yes, all the cast
That'll be
members.
exciting.
Yeah, so we got about 40 of us that's traveling
Really?
to Fort Lauderdale, and then we also will be back here the week of July 23rd to finish our first episode.
How long will you all be in Fort Lauderdale?
We'll be in about 5 days.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice trip.
Yes.
Yeah, 40 of y'all.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's my birthday trip. So,
Really?
yes, it's my birthday trip.
So that's an additional benefit.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's going to be amazing. I hope that those of you who are called for these kinds of things and who have been looking for something, this might be the thing that is just right for you. And I want to encourage you, take that chance. A lot of times people listen to stuff like this and they hold back and they don't make the call or they don't get online. But this could be the very thing for you. I always tell people you keep trying.
Yes, and it's something. If it's a gift and a talent that God gave you, go for it.
Yeah. So a couple of things you're offering here. A business opportunity for people who might want to start their own business in personal care services, 317-384-6540. Again, that's 317-384-6540 to connect with Coach Trina, 317-384-6540. And I'm giving you that number because this could be your big break. This could be the thing that you have been looking for. And Coach Trina and her team, they are second to none. Number one. 200 have been able to get into the personal care services space through her leadership. And so you could be the next one, and I hope that you will be. And as I indicated, seniors will be the largest demographic by 2030. So there will not be a shortage of
Not,
need. And when you start getting into this space, seniors pay.
yes.
That's one thing I've found.
And then also, if you have a loved one that is needing services, they can also reach us at the same number, the 317-384-6540.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not a senior. Sometimes it's just somebody who
That,
just
that needs services.
needs some services, needs some
Yes.
help. Maybe they, maybe somebody's got an injury. You don't have to be a senior to have an injury, but if they need some services at home, then they take care. So it's not just for seniors, is what I'm getting at.
Right, it's not. It could be 18 and you can be in a car accident or
Yeah.
anything, and we can still come into the home and take care of you.
Okay, we want to make that very, very clear on this afternoon. It's not just for seniors. Do you find is the overwhelming majority is
Yes,
seniors?
seniors,
Okay,
yes.
but if there are other issues, and those of you who have people in your family who you're just overwhelmed and you've got so much you need to do, and you have family members who need to be taken care of. Maybe you have had a child in a car accident who is now homebound, and now you're spread out and you're missing days of work. This is something I think that Trina and her team, some of the businesses owners could help you all with in making sure that things are taken care of around the house.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, the second part with the indie bosses that you're launching out and doing and putting Indy on the map. And there's a lot of great things happening in Indianapolis.
Yes, there is a whole lot, and the world needs to know.
Yeah, a lot of great people, a lot of exciting things happening here, especially in the Black community.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes we don't get I think the attention that we really deserve. A lot of times, you talk about the crime and the homicides, but there's a lot of positive stuff happening.
There is a lot.
Yeah.
And we want to show the world.
Yeah, you're going to do that.
Yes.
You're going to do that. Got a couple of spaces open, casting call. And if you want to be a part of the cast and travel with Trina and her team during her birthday, which I know this is going is going to be 5-star all the way, y'all. You might be able to get in there and just tell them one more time how they can be a part of that.
So you can be a part of Indie Bosses. Go to indiebosses.com. Once you click on the link on the website, the form will pop up. You can fill out the form and the information will come straight to my team.
All right. Any last thing you want to say to our listening audience?
Yes, I just want I want to say that even with Indie Bosses, God has blessed us to put us in a space that people that's already been in that field in that area that is going to be a part of the show and to bless us with their presence. So I'm excited about just even having celebrities be a part of something that we're trying to do.
Yeah, all the best.
Yes, thank
All
you,
the
sir.
best to your personal care services and all that you all are doing, and all the best to and Godspeed to the indie bosses, and that it'll get picked up as a pilot and be an international show. I'm sure it will be.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you all for being with us on today. We're out of time. Until next time, from all of us here at Praise Indie's Inspiration Station. We like you. We love you. You make us smile. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.